Hello everybody, it's the Historical Gamer once again, and today we're returning to Strategic Command World War II, Europe at War, or War in Europe. Oh my goodness, this stream is starting, or episode is starting off great. We are in August of 1942, and the war is going much better than my pronunciation of words and things and whatnot. We just took Volkhov, so we are pushing the Soviets back in the north. They've already lost Leningrad. We've taken Moscow, and then we are threatening Kuybyshev, which is the alternate capital. And I didn't realize this until just now, but in the event we take Kuybyshev, it is possible the Soviet capital will move back to Perm at the foot of the Urals, or I guess even maybe a little ways into the Urals. And so we may not yet be quite on the verge of victory, although the Soviet army is melting away under consistent pressure from us. And so that's at least good for us. That's where we find ourselves right now. And we're trying to push east toward Kuybyshev. We are dealing with large numbers of Soviet troops in the south near Stalingrad, where they're gaining some strength. We're trying to push in from Kerch in toward the Caucasus as well. And then we are on the verge of taking Tehran and Iran also, if we can get sufficient logistics and resources out that way to accomplish the success. We could potentially invade Russia from the south, although they do have some troops here in Tabriz near the border. We've kind of already done most of our orders for this particular turn. Looks like they've rebuilt their mechanized force there, so that's something we'll have to deal with. But yeah, let's attack this here. They've got a headquarters unit also in the area of Stalingrad, so it would not shock me if they have some success against our forces here. We've got an army surrounded near Borgolzhevisk, and then they've got some troops in here who've been trying to surround as well. We've been reinforcing on the Kuybyshev front. We've sent some armored units there, and we've also sent some armored units to North Africa, although they don't have sufficient headquarters support right now, in the event that the British do manage to, the Americans as well manage to land there. We've got a pretty decent Italian naval force around here, although certainly smaller than the Royal Navy, and that's what we find ourselves in. I am going to go ahead and do some... Is Turkey not moving at all? They're at like 40%, and we've got all the chits we've got deployed to trying to get Turkey to join the war for us. Right now they're stuck at 57%. For Germany, we're going to go ahead and... I want to buy another headquarters unit. I've got some. I've got Model and von Kleist I can purchase, so we'll go ahead and buy 2. We should have those in 3 months' time, so that'll help give us more headquarters units wherever we're fighting. And then for the Italians, we've got 300 points here. I don't think it makes sense to buy battleships because I'm not gonna wait 12 months for those. But perhaps some maritime bombers could be useful for the Italians, or maybe we go with heavy tanks because we do have advanced tanks 1. Heavy tanks for them could be useful. So let's go ahead and end the turn and see what September has in store for us. We're going to take some attrition damage here for some of these units moving in. Likewise, that recon car. British commandos are raiding Calais. Did they historically raid the port of Calais? That seems kind of interesting. Amphibious warfare level 2 for Germany could be useful if we go and invade England anytime soon. And our income continues to tick up a little bit. The Soviet income we looked at the end of the last, or in the middle of the last episode, has taken some hits. It is still quite a bit of money, but it is not what it was. Kuybyshev had been unoccupied, but we didn't have the movement points to go in and take it, unfortunately. It does look like the Soviets have thrown an army there. Meanwhile, Murmansk in the north has fallen to us under the Finns. So we've taken that convoy center, which caused their convoy income to drop considerably, but they have rerouted into Archangel, or, if that's how you pronounce it. So they still have Lend-Lease coming in. Just less efficiently, I guess. Murmansk is obviously more is ideal, but ships went into both ports historically in the war. So that's what we're dealing with. Meanwhile, we'll see if the Soviets continue their aggressive attempts to counterattack. So far, they have not had a lot of success. We've been kind of whittling them down, but we'll see. They are more well-rounded in some of these areas than we are in terms of combined arms. You can see them using artillery. They've got anti-tank units there. That Italian corps is probably going to get destroyed. That we just saw pushed back. A couple of armies here. Oh, no, they're going to go for the corps to the east. All right, well. Okay with that. If it leaves the army of theirs surrounded. And then we've got some heavy artillery providing defensive artillery fire near Vladimir. It looks like the Soviets are going to try and counterattack against some Italian troops in that area. And then their armor also up here is attacking. Logistically, you know, maybe I should be investing more in headquarters and command. I've been mostly focusing on economic stuff. But I don't know that the Soviets have a lot of national morale centers left either. They've got some in the Caucasus. And obviously Stalingrad is one, but... Alright, they're going to attack. That was a weird place to move their army. Is Finland getting invaded now? Pulling back toward Gorky. And yeah, it looks like they went over the top with that corps near Priorzersk, cutting the road north. So they're kind of in the rear, although I doubt they have the logistical support to push too far into Finland up there. Because I don't. You know, I tried pushing into Russia up there, and that Finnish corps of mine up there is starving out pretty badly. Tikvin is kind of creating a bit of a dangerous supply situation here. I'm guessing these troops to the north of this rail line are not doing so hot. Alright, we got some units moving around. I think Kuybyshev is doomed, frankly, with the stronger units we've brought that direction and the headquarters support. I think we will take it before too long, but my general concern now is I've got to push all the way in toward Perth along a narrow railway through some mountains, which is not what I would like to be doing. But we'll see. I've got at least one air unit and an artillery unit in the way. Second Guards Army is taking some attrition damage because they're surrounded. That's good. I assume that Slovakian corps then can move into attack. We did also move our submarines back on the supply lines for the British, so you can see here huge income penalties with all of our subs on the trade routes. We got 2 new armies which we can deploy this turn, but if we go to the reports and we go to graphs, convoy income for the British took a big hit. They were almost up over 370 or over 360, and then this turn they lost almost 150 income. So that's, I mean, that's what, like a corps? Do we have any sign of any British ships up here on the USSR line? Not really. I'd like to bring this destroyer into a port where it can resupply, so we'll repair too. It's pretty badly shot up. They might have a sub over here? No? Okay. Send my sub down this way. See what they can see. Alright, don't want to get too close. Alright, pull you back to Trondheim. You can move down to Bergen. So our fleet kind of disperses. We've been gathering our fleet here on the, near the Skagerrak. Such as it is. These guys moving up here. There's a city there they could take to get some supply. Okay. So they've got an army and a garrison unit up here. They've got surprisingly good supply here. They've kind of bottlenecked us in. That's not likely. How many units do they have? They're down under 50. They're at 49, so they got one more unit this turn. Surround these guys. I don't know if we'll be able to destroy this core, but they are surrounded, so they should be out of supply next turn. Okay. Move that headquarters forward to try and give these boys a little bit better supply. We drove their infantry back, but we didn't destroy them. Let's try and flank them, flank their artillery with this armor here. Our supply is pretty bad on the road to Gorky, which is part of the problem. Alright, we'll move this headquarters unit from von Bach forward toward Vladimir. Might get there, but it's close. Meanwhile, on the road to Kubajev, use that artillery here to weaken these guys. Destroy that core with mostly one ground attack and the rest air and artillery. All right. Use this attack with our infantry. Fuck! Alright, there's an army there. Interesting that this turn the Russians seem to be retreating a lot more frequently. I don't recall that being a thing they did much at all until just now. Which is making it harder to pin them down and destroy them. Okay, can this guy finish them off? Interceptors, escorts. We already used these attacks up, right? Yeah. Got it. Okay, I just didn't want to have them sitting out there on the flank. So... What's also the partisan situation up here? So there's these two can rise up here to the west of Vladimir. So put an Italian corps between them should take care of both of those. Gorky's the rail line to Perm, right? One of them. Okay. I would have liked to sweep these guys and... See if we can finish off this enemy army. Got him. And we've got these guys who are also surrounded. We'll attack them. So 2. Let's finish that army off. Shattered him. Nice, we surrounded the boys, or almost surrounded them. Commission. Can we destroy this paratrooper unit with our second Romanian army? Potentially, yeah. Alright. Destroyed the paratrooper unit. Damaging this army here, south of Stalingrad. That anti-tank south. We'll keep the 14th Army in position there, not doing anything too aggressive with them. Keep the troops south of Rostov engaging the enemy to their front. Medium bombers. Get rid of that entrenchment. Alright, we should take this city down here. Maybe not. I definitely thought we would. We'll take the oil at my cop. It'll at least hurt their income a little bit. All right. Okay, I think the supply situation there is tolerable. Meanwhile, let's go ahead and tactical bomb or strategic bomb Tehran and the garrison there. My tactical bombers are out of range, so that sucks. with our artillery. We should have 2 shells here. Armor. Got Tehran, yes! Alright, we took the Iranian capital now. What's the supply situation gonna look like now that we've got Mosul? Maybe that'll move Turkey too. They'll be like, hey, actually we should probably... Okay. Torch should be kicking off here soon too. Assuming that happens roughly along historical timelines. Let's move this Italian headquarters further south. They'll be closer to where there's some Italian units. Alright. Anti-tank gun, let's move it toward Stalingrad. From Vitebsk, we'll operate it out that way. And reinforce this rocket unit, even though I don't feel like rockets do anything. I think we'll keep our subs on the British supply lines, but we will shift them a little bit to try and get away from what I assume will be a pretty fierce naval counteroffensive against us. We'll put 3 on the UK-US convoy route, 2 on the UK-Canada, 2 on UK-British Empire, and then we've got 1 on USSR-UK. I don't know why I'm reinforcing the troops in Norway, but I am. I don't think it's likely that the British do anything against us up there, but who knows? Okay. Reinforce that Italian destroyer. All right. Let's see what happens with the fall of Tehran. Let's also place our new units. We've got 2 new armies. I suppose we should place one of them in the south, and we'll send it to North Africa too, since we are going to put a headquarters out that way soon. Research. Germany's got 900, so we've got a little bit of money. Let's drop a second one into logistics. Let's drop another one. Oh, never mind. Maxed out. Italy can spend another 100. Just to suppose we can drop into logistics. And then we've got 800 left for Germany, so let's go ahead and buy 3 army groups. So 3 more will come in January. We've also got all of these boys stacked up and coming here in October. So good reinforcements coming. Soviets are down to 42 units. Not quite to their low. I think they were like 28 units at one point. Some attrition there in Finland. Also south of this rail line near the Rubinetsk Reservoir. Who needs food? That Recon car might die next turn. We'll see. I don't know if the supply situation will change at all with Persia being liberated for the Axis. Although apparently we don't get to... It doesn't surrender, so we don't get the whole country, just the spots we've occupied. Industrial Tech 4 for Italy, so that should help with their economy. Well, they're going to take that Finnish town. We got some British destroyers near the Shetlands. Going after our subs here. Did they do 5 damage on that one attack? That was pretty deadly. They drove us off the USSR UK convoy route with that attack. Moving their artillery back toward Gorky, I'm guessing. I'm hopeful we can get to Kuybyshev before the winter sets in. We've probably got a turn or two more. We've got the force to do it. It's just the logistics, you know. Which is funny, too, because Germany was, like, historically negligent when it comes to logistics in Russia. Not even just the whole coat thing. Like, they didn't adequately prepare for a protracted conflict or even for anywhere near the kind of resistance the Soviets would put up. Even in 41, you know. Alright, well, apparently we are within range of maritime bombers out of Iceland now. We've sailed out of the North Atlantic Gap. At least not where those guys are. Alright, Canadian destroyers coming for us. They attacked the sub there. Didn't drive it away. It's still in attack mode. Well, not anymore. The Polish came in there, and it's still on the convoy route, but it's no longer in hunt mode, if you will. Attacking our paratroopers. We've been trying to flank around Stalingrad up here in the north. Alright, they retook my cop, the oil fields there. Throw back our core. Anti-tank going for my artillery. Armored counterattack south of Rostov, eh? Split the gap between that core and army of ours. We may need to do something about that. What did they just pull that unit out of Kuybyshev? They're gonna have to put a new unit in there, or we're just gonna waltz in there and take their capital. What is the AI doing? Withdrawing east to Kuybyshev? They're gonna have to deploy a unit or move a unit there, right? Because that would be AI malpractice if they just leave it unguarded. I don't think I've ever seen the AI do something like that. It's thinking real hard, though. AI. Don't be dumb. I mean, I'll take the city if you give it to me, but why would you do that? They deployed a garrison unit, but not in Kuybyshev? Well, they're deploying an army unit there near Syrizan. I don't know if these are like more winter reinforcements. Allies have success with Spain, moving at 5% to the Allies. That's okay. That really doesn't matter. And they left Kuybyshev unguarded. I'm assuming that unit of mine, even though it has no supply, can move the 1 hex, but maybe that's an invalid assumption. Oh, no supply. It can't. The bastards knew they were safe. Alright. Well, that's unfortunate. Here I am being like, AI, you so dumb. And I was wrong. I was wrong. Okay, fighters, can you... nope. You can't reach there. Almost. Okay, well, alright. First things first. Let us focus in the south. Alright. Let's hit this core with infantry. Move that army up. Move the anti-tanks down. Oh, man, those anti-tanks sucked. Nice. Destroy the core north of Stalingrad. Okay. Let's see if we can destroy this army south of Stalingrad too. We did. Shock army over here. Get their entrenchments down. Okay. All right. Well, they're surrounded at the very least. So we won't destroy them this turn. Let's move this headquarters into Convoy, or however you pronounce that. Alright, let's attack the... We got rid of their entrenchments. Now our anti-tank can attack, and it drove them back. It didn't take the... didn't destroy him, but it did drive him back. So Stalingrad is now in some serious trouble. It's in a major salient. Also got Commission to the north surrounded. Badly battered this 4th tank unit. Didn't destroy it, but it is shot up pretty good. Nice. 2 damage there. I think we'll take this town this turn, maybe. Finally, we took this town here in the south. Alright. They've got a lot of armies here in the Caucasus still. A little bit concerning, but... Alright, these guys are a little weak. I'm going to pull them back just slightly. I want the enemy to attack the army here so I can reinforce that core. Really? They're only going to get a 5? Alright, well, whatever. Meanwhile, in the north... Take the enemy army out at Sirizan, or however you pronounce that. Penza. Alright, supply should be good next turn. units forward, but they won't really start hitting until next turn, I think. So the AI knew what it was doing when it pulled that unit out. Okay. All right. Kubyshev should be our soon. Meanwhile, in the north, the drive on Gorky. Get this anti-tank gun out of the way with our secondary allies. Okay. The road to Gorky is paved with the dead bodies of the Soviets. Whoops. Undo that. I'll move them there. I want the armored unit there. Okay. That core is destroyed. Infantry forward. Alright, supply won't be as good as I had hoped, but attack this enemy armor here first with our infantry. Get rid of some of their entrenchments. Then we'll attack them with our armor. Nice. Got him. Destroyed that armored unit. Guess I wanted to take that town. Let's operate these guys down closer to where their headquarters would be. We can try and, where possible, get units back in touch with their proper headquarters, I suppose. Right. Another city in the north taken. Another army destroyed. Ah! Enemy contact to the north of Volkov. Okay. Oh my god, they've got a lot of units here attacking into Finland. We're not going to penetrate further south from Murmansk than this. Oh well. Is Murmansk a partisan sector? It is not. Okay. Also kind of annoyed that we took Tehran and all it was like, oh, you liberated him, but you don't actually get... You don't actually take the place. Get adjacent to the port at Rasat. Move the German headquarters unit under Rommel into Tehran. The Italian aircraft back to be closer to the Italian headquarters. Those units in the desert shouldn't be dealing with attrition at the moment. German army at Mulhouse will rail down to Sicily so we can move them across. German army at Gumbinnen. Move down in front of Rostov to deal with the armored unit there. Okay. So they're doing as poorly as they are. They're down to 41 units. I guess they must have gotten some reinforcements. I don't know if they were winter reinforcements or what, but... And yet... They're invading Finland. Crazy bastards. All right, meanwhile, with the shift of... With the American diplomatic success against Spain, they're still very favorable to us. Sweden moderately so, Syria moderately so, Turkey very favorable to us. Okay. R&D for Germany is maxed. Italy is almost maxed, not quite. Okay. Guess aerial warfare. And then for purchasing units. Alright, Germany spent all of its remaining money. Or remaining slots for armies. So the armies will be maxed out here soon. Alright, Soviet national morale is at 66. I would think the fall of Stalingrad will hurt that. Let's also move this armor back one hex. No point in getting him too overextended there. Kuybyshev also will probably dent that. Okay, we'll operate that Italian tank unit down into the Caucasus. We'll try and drive into the Caucasus. Baku would be a big economic hurt for them. Let's end this turn, I think. I think we did everything with everybody so far. Some of these guys still taking some attrition damage. Hopefully that stops next turn now that they're all... How do they take attrition damage? I guess it takes a turn to draw supply. That sucks. Naval weaponry for Italy level 2. That'll be useful. We'll go ahead and upgrade the Italian fleet. They also get naval warfare doctrine, which should help in dealing with the British when the time comes. Alright, so they railed into Kubachev, as one might expect. Damage evaded on their destroyer, huh? The cruiser going after that sub of ours. Didn't know nobody got hurt. Hey, the Dutch Navy still exists. They're right there. And this is a big chunk of the Royal Navy coming at us. They're light ships, right? Like no battleships doing ASW work here, but a lot of destroyers. Interestingly enough, the American fleet is very small still at this point. The question is how many of those units will move out of there, and how many of them will stick around to allow us to counterattack them. Because while the whole attacking the escorts strategy is usually not smart for submarines in World War II, with a lot of our units being very experienced, leveled up, there being a large number of them, I think we have a chance to do some damage, especially against the slightly heavier ships like the light cruisers. Less so probably against experienced leveled up destroyers, but we'll see. Reykjavik. Maritime bombers. I need to move those subs because we really don't want to be taking damage like that. Right, they're going to attack our army in front of Kubachev and destroy it with artillery because they had no supply left and were just withering under enemy fire. We also probably need to rail some units back into Finland to defend against this Russian drive here. Garrison's obviously not going to stop it, and we don't want to lose Finland as a ally if the Soviets, you know, get in behind us. A lot of these ships are all moving out. You didn't see any, like, movement restrictions there on them. They didn't use all their points up, so now we can't really see them very well. Starting to rain, so we're in the rainy season. We're about to get to winter. You can see some snow near Lake Lagoda. Some indications that it's starting to freeze. I was going to go up and around Lake Lagoda to get to them, but maybe need to rail some guys back to, like, Viborg or something. Where did I even move the Finnish headquarter unit? I don't even know. Oh, that's right. It's up near Murmansk. Okay. Rain will slow our movement. I still think we got a good chance to take Stalingrad this turn. Spain's shifted 19% toward the Allies, huh? They're really investing heavily to that. Meanwhile, Ukrainian nationalists form the clandestine Ukrainian insurgent army to fight for independence. Okay. 14th Army was destroyed. Still quite a bit of convoy damage. American warships probably. Those guys got to be supporting the invasion of North Africa, right? That cruiser off of North Africa. Alright, so we spotted one of the enemy light cruisers. Let's go ahead and go for the Southampton class light cruiser. Or it is just the Southampton, I suppose. And there's a Dutch destroyer right next to it. Okay, it is almost destroyed. Got it. 440 national morale bonus for sinking this enemy ship. Okay, we took a fair bit of damage there. Ow. Do we have anybody left who can finish it off, or are they all... They're all kind of used up. We got the one already badly damaged sub, which we're gonna try to get out of there. Alright, nonetheless, one enemy warship sunk. That's good. Italians are going to have to move their ships back to port. Some of them are actually already in port, so they can get naval weapons level 2. And then maybe we move them toward Gibraltar, just because... Why the heck not? If that's where the Americans are coming. Okay. Meanwhile, we'll get that other army here to North Africa this turn, too. Won't be good supply, but it'll be supply. So we got an army, a corps, and a heavy tank unit all in North Africa waiting. Wow. Russians have kind of a lot of troops down here in Persia, huh? Okay. Alright. Any partisans we have to worry about down there? No. Okay. Deployed a shock army? So they must be getting winter reinforcements again, or it just so happens to be that's when all their units arrive, because they are getting, suddenly, a lot more strength. These tanks are heavily entrenched in Stalingrad, so we'll do the smart thing and level the city so they have nowhere to hide. Oh wait, that's not how that works. They didn't lose entrenchments from those bombings? But why not? Alright, we'll attack with a special forces unit. Muddy terrain is hindering movement. Nice. Alright, so we destroyed the enemy armor in Stalingrad. So Stalingrad has fallen, and it is ours. Alright, we destroyed this army north of Stalingrad, too. Oh, that is an anti-tank unit. I don't know why I thought it was an artillery unit when I decided to attack it. Took all those casualties for no real reason. Anyway, we destroyed those guys too. Probably shouldn't have done that. I just withdrew from Stalingrad by doing that. And I'm assuming I can't rail new units into Stalingrad. Not that I want to move these guys, but theoretically, nope. Oh, those guys can move back. Good. I didn't use up all my movement points. Thank goodness! Alright, Soviet national morale's at 65. So they gained a little bit of strength. We're still destroying quite a few of their units. Badly shooting up that tank unit. Got it! Nice! And the Italian armor destroys the Russian armored unit. Meanwhile, an Italian corps attacking the 3rd Shock Army. Doing some damage there. Okay. So, good success all around. Good job, good job. 43. Let's bombard these guys. The mud kind of sucks. It kind of does take away from the effectiveness of the attack. It seems like the special forces units are really good for opening your attack with. Like, they don't have the same... staying power that some of the units do. Come on. I was assuming we would take that. Alright, let's try to knock out this enemy fighter unit with a sweep. Didn't work. Please destroy this enemy corps or army, whatever the heck it is. No, we cannot. Lovely. Alright, so we drove back some units. We nearly destroyed 2 of them, but we didn't end up getting either. Should have at least destroyed the garrison unit. But I'm stupid sometimes. Alright, 43. I actually flank toward Perm this roadway too. Alright, destroyed that Russian army. Good job, boys. None of these guys have supply in that way? Let's operate some of these boys back into Finnish territory. There's no point in having no supply. Okay, well, at least in theory, cut these guys off. Okay. They moved a core in front of us. Bastards. Okay. Well, I think that'll probably about do it for this turn. We'll see. I don't know that I have a lot of other attacks, but we've been going for about an hour, so we'll wrap this up here. War is going well-ish. Well, I guess it's hard to say not with all the conquests we have. But the American counterattack is coming, and the Russians are still not defeated. So we'll see how we withstand that. I assume pretty well as these reinforcements come in. But until next time, this is the Historical Gamer saying thank you for watching, and I'm out. Bye-bye.